Why Inland Rail could be Australia's most important project yet? The Inland Rail project is one of the most ambitious infrastructure developments in Australia's history, promising to revolutionize freight transport between Melbourne and Brisbane. Spanning over 1,600 kilometers, this rail line is designed to handle double-stacked freight trains, dramatically improving the efficiency of goods transportation across the country. By bypassing the congested coastal routes, it aims to cut travel times, lower costs, and create a more reliable transport network. But beyond the logistics, Inland Rail represents something much greater, a step toward a more connected, sustainable, and economically resilient Australia. One of the key reasons why this project is considered crucial is its economic impact. The Australian government estimates that Inland Rail will contribute billions to the economy, generating thousands of jobs during construction and beyond. The rail line is expected to create direct employment opportunities in construction, engineering, and maintenance, while also benefiting industries that rely on freight transport. With improved infrastructure, businesses can expand, new trade routes can open up, and the entire supply chain can operate more efficiently. By reducing freight costs, Inland Rail makes Australian businesses more competitive on a global scale, which is essential in an increasingly interconnected world. Another critical aspect of Inland Rail is its ability to support regional communities. Many rural areas in Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland are currently limited by poor transport links, making it difficult for farmers and businesses to move their products efficiently. With the introduction of Inland Rail, these communities will have direct access to a faster, more reliable freight system, allowing them to transport goods like fresh produce, livestock, and raw materials more effectively. This will not only help boost local economies, but also make Australian products more competitive in both domestic and international markets. Infrastructure projects of this scale are never without challenges, and Inland Rail is no exception. One of the most significant concerns comes from landowners and farmers whose properties are directly affected by the construction of the railway. Many have voiced fears that the project will disrupt their land, impact their businesses, and even threaten their way of life. Generational farming families who have worked the land for decades or even centuries are worried about the long-term consequences of the project. The challenge for policymakers and developers is to balance progress with the rights and concerns of these communities, ensuring that those most affected by the project are adequately consulted and compensated. Beyond economic and social concerns, there are also environmental factors to consider. While rail transport is generally seen as a more sustainable alternative to road freight, there are concerns about the impact Inland Rail will have on sensitive ecosystems. The project passes through a range of landscapes, including agricultural land, forests, and flood-prone areas. Some environmentalists worry that the construction and operation of the rail line could disrupt wildlife habitats, increase pollution, and contribute to soil degradation. These concerns highlight the importance of implementing strong environmental management strategies to mitigate potential damage while still achieving the project's goals. One of the strongest arguments in favor of Inland Rail is its potential to reduce road congestion and carbon emissions. Australia's freight industry is heavily reliant on trucks, which are not only expensive to operate, but also contribute significantly to road wear and environmental pollution. By shifting more freight to rail, Inland Rail aims to take thousands of trucks off major highways, reducing traffic congestion, road maintenance costs, and greenhouse gas emissions. This shift aligns with Australia's broader sustainability goals, making it a key player in the country's long-term efforts to combat climate change. Despite its many potential benefits, the Inland Rail project has faced financial hurdles and delays. Originally estimated to cost around $10 billion, the budget has since ballooned to over $30 billion, raising concerns about government spending and project management. Cost overruns are not uncommon in large infrastructure projects, but in this case, they have fueled criticism about whether the project is being managed efficiently. The delays in construction have also frustrated stakeholders, particularly businesses that are eager to benefit from the improved freight network. These financial and logistical challenges need to be addressed to ensure that Inland Rail delivers on its promises without unnecessary burdens on taxpayers. History shows that the idea of an inland freight rail network is not new. Proposals for a railway linking Melbourne and Brisbane date back over a century, with discussions taking place as early as the late 1800s. The strategic benefits of such a route were recognized even then, but it wasn't until recent decades that the project gained serious momentum. By the 1990s, renewed interest in inland freight transport led to feasibility studies, and in 2017, the Australian government officially committed to making inland rail a reality. The fact that this vision has persisted for so long speaks to its fundamental importance in shaping Australia's economic and transport future. One of the major milestones in the project was reached in 2020 when the first completed section of the rail line between Parkes and Narromine in New South Wales became operational. This marked an important step in demonstrating that the project was moving forward, despite the challenges and controversies. Over 600 kilometers of new track are currently being laid, with upgrades planned for more than 1,000 kilometers of existing railway. Each new section completed brings the country closer to realizing the full benefits of this transformative project. Looking to the future, the successful completion of inland rail could set the stage for further improvements in Australia's transport infrastructure. A more efficient rail network could encourage additional investments in high-speed rail for passenger transport, better integration between different freight systems, and even new trade opportunities with international partners. The rail corridor could also serve as a foundation for future technological advancements, such as automated freight systems and smart logistics networks that further enhance efficiency. Ultimately, the Inland Rail project is more than just a transport initiative. It is a vision for a more connected and sustainable Australia. By addressing critical freight challenges, boosting regional economies, reducing environmental impact, and laying the groundwork for future infrastructure advancements, it has the potential to shape the nation in profound ways. However, to truly succeed, the project must be managed effectively, with careful consideration of costs, environmental impacts, and community concerns. If done right, Inland Rail could become one of the most important infrastructure developments in Australia's history, delivering benefits that will be felt for generations to come.